What's up, guys? Itchy here. Taking on Sybyl's sister, Paula. So, yeah, this is my second time through. And I will say this is a little bit more challenging when you don't have a nice little team of Serens to take things out. As you'll see here, it's a little bit more of a challenge. I actually lost 2 members of the squad last time through, and that was a pain in the ass to try and recover from that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and sync up these guys as best as possible. This is a little bit different from what I was using last time. My first time around, I took a Fantasies with me and found that it was actually less help than I was hoping it would be. I wasn't really getting Brave Burst back, and also I forgot to bring Holy Waters, or I didn't know I needed to bring them. And that was a huge problem because she absolutely devastated my team because I could not use Brave Burst. She kept Lancia's heal out of the game the entire time. I ran out of heals, and like I said, I lost 2 people in the process, so this was actually a pretty tough fight the first time around. This time I feel like I'm a little bit better prepared. I actually also, last time, had no spheres on anyone. I did not have Vargas as my leader. I had Lava because I wanted to see if it would make much of a difference with a Felnius lead, and then also getting the little bit of boost from Lava to see if I would be able to get everything back. But it made absolutely no difference because I had no Holy Waters on me, and every single one of my team members was incapacitated, so it was just a total flub on my part. So I've been trying to sync things up as best as possible with these guys. I actually have been sending out the Sarias last. I don't know why I just did them before sending out Freya, but either way, Spark has been kind of tricky to figure out, but I'm actually finding it interesting to figure it out as I go along, which it's been a little bit tough because it's not what I'm used to. And also, you get so used to running Serens all the time where literally it's just a push of the button and you have instant Spark without even having to really try. And now I actually am forced into thinking about how I'm going to send people out and what order and how fast, how slow. Still getting used to Lava's attack pattern because her attack animation is different from her 5-star, but at the same time it's still not that crazy fast or anything. It's just kind of delayed, and then you have Vargas's strange delay as well. So I'll show you, for instance here, Vargas has those slow hits, and then if I send out Freya and the 2 Sarias too quickly, they don't always connect the way I want them to, because Freya has that one upward motion with her fire wheel that seems to do some decent work, but at the same time it's not exactly what I'm looking for as far as Spark, because I want to get those Sarias in at that time of the big wheel. So it looks like I'm going to have to use Lancia's ability here, which is fine because I'm pretty sure Vargas's Super Brave Burst effect is gone by now anyway. Well, it will be after this turn. And as you can see, she does some serious damage to Freya. If you don't know, my Freya is actually Breaker, so not the best type for her. I wanted to raise her up because I wanted to see how she would fare in a fight. And I am getting that answer right now. It is not looking good as far as the Graf fight goes. I probably should have gotten a different type of her if I was going to use her in the Graf fight, and the reason being is because she would be good for the Graf fight because she also can use a light attack, but if she can't survive, then what's the point, right? So anyway, we'll see what we can do here. This is actually going way smoother than it did the first time around. The first time, it was a total screw up. It looked terrible because she was just eating through my team. I couldn't use Brave Burst at all. I had no way of healing myself with Lancia. I had no way of raising my attack again because of that. Only thing I could rely on were the Fire Orbs and Fire Seals and the cures I brought with me. And I had brought tonics because I was hoping that that would actually do something, and I was noticing that she was actually picking on people that had low health. That was the reason she was actually taking people out. She was concentrating on people who were already somewhat low, or she would concentrate on one person at a time and then just deal the finishing blow with a critical hit or whatever it was that she decided to attack with. And it was very troublesome. So this time around it's going much smoother. I'm feeling much more confident about this, so I'm going to wait a second before throwing these Sarias out. They seem to have connected much better with that fire wheel at the end, so that seems to be the way to go, to just wait a while. I was tempted to make both Sarias my lead, just to see what the 40% extra defense would look like, coupled with the Fire Seal, but I decided against it. I may run this exact team when I go after the Thunder one and replace Freya with Zelban so that I can get the defensive boost and change everyone's to Earth type. And I think that should be pretty interesting as far as damage goes, because, or as far as defense goes, because if I have both Zerias giving me the 40% defensive boost, the Seals giving me a boost, and then also Zelban's defensive boost, I want to see if she can even put a dent in me. And that should give me a really good idea of how I will fare against Gra as well. So this should finish things up here. And this will probably be the video I post, cap or no, and that's because I'm not really interested in getting her. I will do that on my own free time, and I'll just get a video out there so you can see what kind of damage she does and what she can do. But, oh, hey, cap anyway. Alright, whatever, I'll take it. So, this was my second time through, so I got her on the second try. And this is level 4, in case you were wondering, so good for me. Alright, I feel a little bit better, especially after yesterday trying to get the water one. Now we'll go through and see what we got here. I did already pick up the gem since I already completed this one, so we'll see what we ended up with as far as type and what her stats look like even when they're at her base. So we'll do a screenshot here. And Lord type. I have no problems with Lord. I really like Lord type, and that's only because you can't go wrong with Lord. You're not losing anything, you're not gaining anything. It's the unit as is. Well, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have any questions about your squad or questions about these lovely ladies or anything like that, be sure to come check me out on my Facebook page. I'll be leaving a link in the description. And also come follow me on Twitter. Listen to my random babblings on the Twitterverse. I will also be leaving a link to that in the description, so take it easy, guys.